Salute. Hey man, what's cracking? This is All Days MMA here, aka Alex. Like I always say, lads, I hope you are doing well. And in today's video, man, I got time. I got time to make my picks for UFC Noche. Alexa Grasso will be taking on Valentina Shevchenko for Mexican Independence Day. You know, this isn't the most anticipated rematch of all time, but I'm excited to say the least. We've got Kevin Holland, Jack Della in the main event. The real people main event, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, I'm going to quickly show you my prelim picks, and then I'm going to go into deeper detail on the main card picks. If you're new to my channel, bro, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Make sure you let me know in the comment section how my audio is, man. Looking to buy a mic soon, as always, but yeah, let's jump into it, bro. Oof. Guys, as you can see, these are my predictions, my prelim predictions. Make sure you go ahead if you guys looking to bet. You know, I don't really advise betting. I don't bet personally, but hey, man, if you guys are trying to tap in on some prelim shit, make sure you go check out them picks. The first fight, guys, that's going to be taking place on the main card. We have Fernando Padilla taking on Kyle Nelson. I'm definitely, I'm going to have to go with Fernando Padilla here. There's a lot of reasons to why I want to pick Padilla in this matchup. I think, you know, the fact that this guy has a 76-inch reach advantage at featherweight is mental. Not many lightweights or welterweights have that reach advantage. He is 6'1" for the division. He's a lot younger than Kyle Nelson. He's 6 years younger than him. He's coming in as the moderate favorite, as you can see, and I like his skill set. I think he's got great submissions. His striking is, I don't want to say it's phenomenal. We haven't seen much of it, but he can piece shots up together. He was really, really finding the chin of Julian Erosa. Obviously, finished him in the first round. I think Kyle Nelson is decent, but you know what I mean. He really clawed his way to getting that draw with Dooho Choi. If that point wasn't taken, I just think that he loses that fight. I also think that the wins that Kyle Nelson has in the UFC, they're not too impressive. You know, obviously wins over Blake Builder, who's, you know, not that good, and Paulo Reyes, who was 8-6 at the time. He doesn't have any other UFC wins other than those. He's lost a lot. Obviously, that draw with Dooho Choi. This guy's predominantly a grappler. You know, if he can take you down, he can. He's pretty strong. I heard he's pretty strong when he can control you on the ground with his grappling. We saw a lot of it against Dooho Choi, but I just don't think he's going to get it done against a guy like Padilla. I think Padilla has great finishing potential. I can see a possible submission in the second or the third round. If this one's over quickly, I'm going to go with Fernando Padilla by first round TKO. You know what I mean? I don't want to say Kyle Nelson's a bit chinny, but he has a kryptonite to get finished at some point in the fight at times, and I think Padilla is just too dangerous. So I'm going to go with a third round submission by Fernando Padilla or a first round TKO. Alright, boys, taking place for the second fight, we have Daniel Zellhuber taking on Christos Giagos. Definitely going to go with Daniel Zellhuber here, guys. I just think, you know, youth is a very wise thing in MMA. He's 24 years old. In a division like lightweight, you know, I feel like you need to rely on age a lot. And 33 years old, it's not the oldest, you know, for a guy like Christos Giagos, but he does have a lot of losses on his record. He's a very 50-50 fighter, Christos Giagos. He's 6-6 in the UFC, 6 wins, 6 losses. His 6 wins are against not the best level of competition in the lightweight division, and he's only really lost to the best. You know, he's lost to Gilbert Burns, Charles Oliveira. I just think that Daniel Zellhuber, you know, he's been training at Extreme Couture with a coach like Eric Nixick. I just believe they're going to go into this fight with a great game plan. I don't see Zellhuber losing. I just don't see him getting knocked out by Christos Giagos. Obviously, I don't want to judge it off this, but Zellhuber is Mexican. I'm going to rely on him to have that Mexican chin. And I don't really see... I just think Zellhuber is so much quicker, bro. So much fucking quicker. He'll probably dominate Christos Giagos this whole fight. Giagos doesn't really have anything to offer, you know. If it's knockout power, I don't see him knocking out Zellhuber, like I said. If he tries to take Zellhuber down, I'm going to trust in Zellhuber to get up off the ground. And yeah, I'm going to go with Zellhuber with a second round TKO or a very dominant decision. Moving on, we got Raul Rosas Jr. taking on Terrence Mitchell. Guys, this is obviously, you know, the lock of the card, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm definitely going to go with Raul Rosas Jr. here. I'm going to predict a first round submission rear naked choke or a second round submission rear naked choke. This is basically a layup fight for Raul Rosas Jr. We all know that. He's literally a heavy favorite coming into this fight, as you can see. Terrence Mitchell is okay. He's a grappler, but the problem is that he's really, like, he has a tall frame. He's big for flyweight, or yeah, he's big for, oh, it's 135. Oh shit. Well, he's 5'10" for bantamweight. You know what I mean? He's a big dude. He's skinny, but I actually don't think he's that strong. I don't think with the frame that he has, it carries a lot of muscle. He's very lean, but he's very weak. He was just getting muscled around in his last fight against Cameron Simon. It was weird because Terrence Mitchell would have the more dominant grappling positions over Cameron Simon, but Simon was just able to reverse him based off pure muscle. So I'm gonna kind of pick Raul Roches Jr. to do the same. I just feel like if El Nino, I'm just gonna call Raul Roches Jr. El Nino from now on. If El Nino, is able to grab a hold of Terrence Mitchell, I don't see Terrence Mitchell defending too well. Another thing as well is Terrence Mitchell has a long frame, so it's a lot easier to get choked. We saw this with Aljamain Sterling, Corey Sandhagen. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the second round rear naked choke for Raul Roches Jr. I just think he's very dominant and he's very heavy. He has very heavy pressure when he's controlling you on the ground. So I can see him bullying Terrence Mitchell into a rear naked choke in the first or the second round. If El Nino loses this fight, he is done, and yeah, that's it. There's no way you can lose to Terrence Mitchell and be this much of a favorite. All right, guys, we have finally made it to the main event. If you know, you know. We got Kevin Trailblazer Holland taking on Jack Della Maddalena. A lot of people are asking who I'm going to pick in this matchup, and I'm going to have to go with Jack Della Maddalena. I'm going to pick JDM, guys. I really do believe in JDM. Obviously, he had a really tough fight against Basil Hafez in his last fight. A lot of people are saying, his hype is gone, he's overrated, he's this and that. I guess the people don't realize that was a really tough matchup for Jack Della Maddalena in general, and he had like 3 different rescheduled opponents. He had a double weight cut. There's a lot of excuses for him, in that last matchup why he fought so badly. But hey, Kevin Holland, he has the longest reach at welterweight, an 81-inch reach advantage. He's 6'3". That alone is fucking ridiculous, and I do worry about that in this matchup. Jack Della Maddalena is younger, but what I'm going to tell you guys is I think Jack Della Maddalena is going to finish Kevin Holland, guys. I really do. I can see a third round TKO from Jack Della Maddalena. What I'm seeing mentally is Kevin Holland having a great first round, a very dominant first round, if anything. He's going to throw a lot of leg kicks, a lot of teeps, a lot of head kicks, a lot of kung fu shit, if you will. And yeah, I think he's going to have a really dominant first round. I can just see him, being super active, throwing a lot of kicks, maybe even throwing some punches in there. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to start brawling with Jack Della Maddalena, but that's not a good idea. As the second round goes on, I see Kevin Holland winning, maybe the first minute, the first 2 minutes of the fight, obviously keeping the fight at bay, at range. But trust me, guys, at some point later on in the fight, I can see Jack Della Maddalena closing the distance and throwing some huge body shots at Kevin Holland. I think they're going to get a reaction out of Kevin Holland. I think he's going to, not want to get hit by them again, so he's going to keep the fight at range consistently. But one of the most underrated aspects of Jack Della Maddalena's game, I feel, is his head movement. Against his fight in Danny Roberts, Ramazan Ameev, just a lot of fights that he's had, even on the regional scene. He has great head movement. He has this ability to be able to slip punches really well. Basically slip and rip. And I can see him slipping a lot of Kevin Holland's punches, even kicks, and closing the distance, throwing a lot of body shots. I think, this guy has absolute bombs in his hands. Kevin Holland is super tough to finish. We all know that. He's only been finished ever once in his career, and that was by doctor stoppage, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, man. I just don't see Kevin Holland keeping the same pace for 15 minutes. I don't see him being able to keep the fight at range for 15 minutes. At some point later on, Jack Della Maddalena is going to close the distance. I don't really see Kevin Holland getting a submission on Jack Della Maddalena either. You know what I mean? Maybe if we're talking Sean Brady in a particular matchup, maybe Sean Brady submits Jack Della Maddalena. I picked Kevin Holland to submit Michael Chiesa, but Michael Chiesa is a pussy. We all know that. Jack Della Maddalena, look at this guy's nose. It's on the other side of his forehead. I think he's going to want to scrap. I think he's going to want to throw a lot of body shots. I think he's going to really wear down Kevin Holland and win a 29-28 unanimous decision win. Like I said, guys, I think Jack Della Maddalena wins 2-1. I think Kevin Holland's going to have a great first round. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of kicks thrown. But eventually, man, Kevin Holland's not going to be able to keep that pace, throw all these kicks and punches for that long. Jack Della Maddalena is going to close the distance and beat this guy up. So I got JDM by a third round TKO or a decision. I believe in my boy. Come on now. Come on, Leon. You got to pull that to fire. What's up, guys? If you've made it to this point of the video, I want to say thank you so much for watching. If you guys use Tapology, man, feel free to add me. I'm going to have my name on the screen here at OrJ's MMA. I haven't been doing Tapology for too long, and as you can see, I currently hold a 70% correct correct ratio pick. So, man, if you guys want some good picks, like I'm saying, man, go at me, bro. I'm 30-13. I'm one of the best goats, one of the goats at predicting fights on YouTube. I'm the underground king, alright? Bet. Trust. Finally, guys, we have made it to the main event. We got Alexa Grasso taking on Valentino Shevchenko, man. I'm going to have to pick Alexa Grasso, bro. I mean, Valentina Shevchenko, bro, I just don't think she's in her prime anymore. I ain't going to lie. She's fucking 35 years old, which is so old, okay? Like, she should just be a mother at this point, with all due respect. And you can only be on top for so long, you know what I mean? I remember when Valentina Shevchenko, she took Lauren Murphy to the 4th round. You should be beating her ass within the 1st round. She finished Jessica Andrade within the 1st round, but I don't understand, I don't understand, bro. You know what I mean? I just have this feeling she's going to lose again, bro. You know what I mean? I think Alexa Grasso is a beast. Her kryptonite, she's really bad at defending takedowns, so I can see her getting taken down a lot in this fight. But she has really underrated jiu-jitsu, bro, like we saw in the first fight when she subbed Valentina Shevchenko. So I'm going to go with her by decision. I think she's going to land a lot more volume on Valentina Shevchenko with her boxing. I think she's going to land the more significant strikes in every single round. If she doesn't submit Valentina Shevchenko, I see her putting on a 48-47 or even a 49-46. Look, bro, we saw Sean Strickland and what he did to Israel Adesanya. I have no doubt that Alexa Grasso can go in there and dominate Shevchenko and become the flyweight GOAT, bro. You feel me? So, I cannot ride with Shevchenko. I'm going with Alexa Grasso by decision. Yeah, man. Let me know what you think, bro.